I do these Q&As on Instagram, and a lot of people ask different versions of the same question. That's just about basically contending with starting.
So when I wrote my first feature, I had a day job, and it was a demanding day job. You know, it was a really great job. And I found it really hard to motivate for a long time. And I still do, frankly, in the feature world with specs or things that don't have a deadline or don't have momentum. I find it very hard to self-motivate to get them done, mostly because I'm too heady and I talk myself out of it, and I don't have the practicality of not being precious. I can become much too precious about my work, and then that's a completely self-defeating prophecy, because then I just don't sit down, and it doesn't matter what you write. It doesn't matter if it's precious or not. You haven't written anything. You totally screwed yourself. So for me, this starting out, I just got to a point where I was like, where do I want my life to be? Do I want to keep working here not knowing that I could have done something else? Because I was really happy at my job. And so I could have stayed working there, but I just, hang on. Hey, we're getting a hold, Doug. Please hold just 1 second. Hey, you monster. The puppy is a real issue in my life. But so anyway, so I think that was for me, like looking kind of at my life, even in just a short span of time of like, where do I want to be in the next year? And will I be happy if I never tried this? That was very motivating for me. And that even followed to the post. You know, I didn't write the post for almost 3 years. I didn't think I could do it. I was really intimidated about doing it. And I just kind of got to a point where I wasn't succeeding as a writer and wasn't getting anything produced. And my husband was like, who was my boyfriend at the time, he was like, write the Catherine Graham movie you've been talking about writing for 3 years and just see what happens. And if that doesn't work, then go back to whatever you want to do or find something else. And so I think for me, fear has always been the both motivator and complete destroyer of motivation. It's a double-edged sword, because it's, for me, the fear of doing it and it's bad stops me from doing it. And then the fear of not doing it is what makes me do it. So it's kind of the demon and the angel, and we can all decide which one is the demon or the angel, but listening to one that tells me to do it.
In this way, it's like trying to work during a pandemic, trying to work during so much uncertainty. People are scared about all kinds of stuff. My situation is a little bit different, but all of us have some version of a bad situation in some way. So on the one hand, that makes it harder, but on the other hand, it's sort of a crucible for what you're talking about. I mean, if you have it in your heart to be a writer, then while times outside are so crazy and hard and uncertain, maybe it shrinks the preciousness down to size. That like our fear of being seen on the page is not good enough. Maybe like you hold that up against the possibility of somebody that you love getting really, really sick, or never doing it, or coming out the other side of this to a culture that's vastly changed in some way we can't predict.
Yeah, I agree. Totally.